train leans softly as it rounds a curve, and the sunlight follows a pale ribbon, slipping across my knees, then drifting away again. As the trees reclaim the window, fields appear, then small towns, then a scatter of rooftops that vanish before I finish guessing who might live there. Everything moves just a little faster than my thoughts. The rhythm of the track settles into my body, a gentle tap, a measured sway, the kind of movement that asks nothing but attention, not focus, just presence. My reflection rides beside me, softened by fingerprints on the glass. It looks calmer than I expected. Maybe travel loosens more than distance. The first chorus flows in like a long breath, guitar warming, bass humming low, melody stretching across the changing landscape. It doesn't lift me, it steadies me, the way a hand might steady a suitcase on a crowded platform. A row of telephone poles passes in tidy sequence, each one cut in the sky into smaller, more manageable pieces. I count them without meaning to, losing the number and the rhythm. The second verse opens with wide fields that seem to breathe, patches of green and gold rippling under a wind I never feel. The distance doesn't feel far from me, only quiet. A lone house sits by the tracks, curtains drawn, a single chair on the porch. I imagine someone inside stirring tea, unaware that a train full of stories just passed their window. The second chorus glows warmer, melody blooming in slow motion, paths stretching like a horizon that refuses to end too soon. My thoughts arrange themselves without instructions, small concerns drift into the edges, larger ones softening in the sway of the carriage. I don't solve anything, but nothing feels unsolvable. The bridge is just the sound of a long afternoon, steady beat, light chords, the subtle hush of motion, a lullaby. But away, the final chorus arrives with the gentlest rise, as if the train has found its perfect speed, unhurried, unbothered, aligned with the world outside the window. The sun dips slightly, warming the metal handrail beneath my fingers. I lean back, feeling my breath fall into the rhythm of the tracks. Station signs begin to appear, names I don't know, names I don't need to. The train slows, but my thoughts stay smooth, unrushed. Before I stand, I watch one last field slide out of view, carrying the last unspoken pieces of my day somewhere I don't have to follow. The doors open, I step out, still moving with the rhythm that carried me here. just present, constant tone that keeps the night organized. I rest my hand steady, eyes tracing the curve ahead. A rhythm settles in, clean and forward moving like the road itself. Found a tempo and invited me to follow the beat. Doesn't hurry, it holds a lane. My voice enters without leaning on emotion, clear, measured as if narrating motion instead of feeling. Sometimes that's enough. Ooh, ooh. Exit signs flash by, names I won't memorize, distances I won't calculate. Green light, white letters gone. Everything important keeps moving. The first chorus arrives like a widening horizon since opening space, space rolling smooth. No lift, no drop, just a longer breath inside the same direction. Wind presses gently against the windows, a soft resistance that proves I'm moving. The road answers back with a low vibration through the sea. Traffic thins, the city loosens its grip, the dark grows cleaner. The farther I go, the second verse stretches, longer lines, more air. My thoughts flatten out, not because they're solved, but because speed makes them irrelevant. A distant truck passes, lights sliding across metal in a brief, bright exchange. Silence returns, not absence, just space. The second chorus expands again, wider than before. Still calm melody rides a center line, never drifting, never forcing a turn. It feels precise, it feels right. A short bridge strips things down, kick, bass, a thin line of synth, cutting through the dark for a moment. There's only motion and the idea of forward. When the final chorus comes, it doesn't announce itself, it's already there. The road long, the speed constant, the night wide enough to hold it all. My voice glides over the rhythm, steady as the headlights, soft enough to leave room for the road to speak. Miles stack quietly, time loosens, the world simplifies into direction and glow. As the track fades, the highway keeps going, white lines repeating, then disappearing, carrying the calm with them. I stay the course, hand steady, breath even, moving forward without asking what comes next. releases its grip. The desert becomes something else entirely. Air cools, sand settles, distance grows larger than the body can measure. Footsteps sound sure to hear, as if the ground decides how far each movement is allowed to travel. Nothing echoes, everything listens. The wind draws lines across the surface, not patterns, not messages, just evidence that time continues without urgency. A low rhythm arrives, slow and patient, matching the pulse beneath the ribs. It doesn't suggest direction, it only marks presence. The open space, softer than intention. Words feel unnecessary, but sound remains a thread to keep orientation. The first chorus opens like the horizon itself. No rise, no fall, just expansion. Bass stretches outward, pads thin into air. Melody becomes distance. Stars appear one by one, unconcerned with symmetry. Some shine, some barely exist. The sky accepts them all. The second verse slows further, breath lengthens. Thoughts reduce to single observations. Temperature, wind, direction. The weight of silence. Sand shifts beneath my feet, a quiet correction to every step. Balance here is negotiated, never assumed. The second chorus widens again, still level, still restrained. My voice blends into the air, less distinct, more atmosphere than statement. A brief bridge passes like a cloud that never forms. Filtered tones, a pause between pulses, space filling itself. Time loses its edges, minutes stop behaving like units. They stretch into unbroken intervals. The final chorus settles rather than arrives, layers align. Nothing added, nothing removed. Sound holds its place without pressure. As the track thins, the desert remains unchanged. Wind low, stars distant, ground cool. I stop moving, not to rest, but because stillness finally fits the scale of the place. The night holds, the sound dissolves, distant stays. Boats knock gently against the wooden pier, a slow, uneven rhythm that never quite repeats. Someone laughs nearby, not loud, just enough to color the air. The sun sits higher than I expected, bright but lazy, warming metal rails. In the backs of my hands, I lean against the fence and watch ropes sway, each knot holding slips in quietly, like it was already here before I noticed. The beat follows late, unbothered, settling into the space between footsteps and seagull calls. A shop door opens, bells clink once, then again. The sound drifts across the water, breaking apart before it reaches me. Nothing insists on being heard. The first chorus arrives almost accidentally. A few notes, a breath, a line that doesn't explain itself. My voice stays low, easy, as if singing is just another way to pass the time. A man untangles nets without looking up. A radio plays somewhere, its song too far away to recognize. Life keeps arranging itself without my help. The second verse moves with small details, salt drying on wood, footprints fading in dust, a cup sweating on a cafe table. No one's sitting at everything feels temporary and strangely complete. The rhythm never pushes, it walks beside me, matching my pace, letting silence do part of the work. Some moments don't need filling. The second chorus spreads wider, not louder. Bass, warm melody, open like shade offered without being asked for. I accept it, no hesitation. A breeze cuts through, cooler than expected, lifting paper scraps in the hem of my shirt. For a second, everything moves at once, then settles again. The bridge strips things back, just voice, just stare, just a line that hangs unfinished. I leave it that way, it feels honest. The final chorus returns with the same calm shape, slightly sun-faded like colors on painted boats. Nothing peaks, nothing resolves, and that feels right. As the track thins, the harbor keeps going, ropes creak, water laps, someone hums off key. I stay a moment longer, hands in my pockets, letting the afternoon decide nothing. When I finally turn away, the sound follows me, not the music, but the ease it left behind. Light bends first before anything else does. Straight lines soften, colors drift sideways, and the surface becomes a memory above me. Sound arrives slower here, rounded, gentle, as if every note learned patience. On the way down, the beat pulses quietly, a distant signal that time still exists. My breath turns measured, each inhale deliberate, each exhale dissolving into a trail of silver calm. Nothing rushes, nothing follows. The water holds my weight, lifting it evenly, so my body forgets where gravity used to be. Movement becomes suggestion, not command. The first chorus forms like a widening current, since spreading outward, bass deepening, my voice floating through it. Without edges, words lose urgency here. They become texture above me. The surface shimmers, the ceiling of moving glass, never still long enough to reflect anything clearly. I stop trying to read it. Small bubbles rise past my hands, each one carrying a fragment of sound, a softened echo of the world I left behind. They vanish before they reach the top. The second verse sinks deeper, pressure increases, thoughts compress not into worry but into simplicity. There's less space for noise, more room for quiet. The rhythm slows further, stretching between pulses. Silence becomes part of the pattern, as important as sound itself. The second chorus expands downward, not upward. Layers stacking gently, tones warming, my voice drifting lower, closer to the bass, closer to stillness. A bridge passes like a shadow, filtered tones, faint honging swells, a suggestion of motion without direction. Here even memory feels optional. Depth stabilizes, the water stops pulling, everything balances. The final chorus arrives as a full immersion, pads surrounding, bass humming steady, melody suspended in a wide, quiet field. Nothing peaks, nothing breaks the surface. As the last notes thin, the water holds them, stretching each sound until it becomes indistinguishable from the space around it. I remain suspended, breath slow, body light, thoughts unanchored. Somewhere above, the world continues. Down here, it doesn't need to. Rainwater gathers in long uneven lines along the brick road, catching the last scraps of daylight in thin trembly reflections. The storm has moved on, but the silence it left still hangs in the air like a slow exhale. The hum of distant traffic rolls in waves, soft, muffled as if padded by the damp evening air. Somewhere a window closes, and the sound carries farther than it should. A soft piano note drops into the moment, just one, but it ripples through the alley like a small decision finally made. The beat follows a moment later, gentle, intentional, steady enough to lean on. The street first chorus rises quietly, paths blooming like warm air rising from the ground. My voice slips through it, soft but sure, resting on each chord, the way raindrops hold to window glass before falling. A bicycle passes at the end of the alley, its tires slicing a thin arc through the water. The sound is brief, but it folds into the rhythm of the track, as if rehearsed. The second verse moves with shorter breaths, scattered puddles, faded chalk lines, the smell of wet soil lifting from a pot and in water. Excited it expands, filling the air with us. Gents winter choir, the sun, a quiet bridge, that's the piano wonder. Small phrases echoing across wet stone, each one dissolving into the damp air before the next appears. When the final chorus comes, the reflections on the ground glow a little brighter, as if catching a hint of the sky's returning color. My voice moves through it like a slow step forward, careful, unrushed, aware of the softness beneath everything. The last notes fade and the alley exhales a warm drift of steam, lifting from the pavement, carrying the end of the melody somewhere past the rooftops. I take one breath, then another, and the world begins to gather itself again, quietly, gently, as if remembering that movement can start small, can start small. Sunlight on the floor again, through half-open blinds, dust in the air, dancing like it has nowhere else to be. I stretch my arms, take a breath, and let the day start without asking too much. Coffee cooling on the table, a song playing low. Nothing urgent, nothing pulling me away. Just a moment that feels easy to keep. I don't need a reason to slow it down, don't need a plan to stay right here. The world can wait a little longer, I'm doing fine where I am, and it feels alright, just letting the hours roll by. No pressure, no rush, no need to decide. I'm exactly where I need to be, and that's enough for now. Windows open, a soft breeze in, carrying sounds of the street below. Somebody laughs, a car passes by, life moving on its own rhythm. I pick up my phone, put it back down, nothing on the screen worth breaking the mood. This kind of quiet doesn't come around if you chase it too hard. I don't need a reason to slow it down, don't need a plan to stay right here. The world can wait a little longer, I'm doing fine where I am, and it feels alright, just letting the hours roll by. No pressure, no rush, no need to decide. I'm exactly where I need to be, and that's enough for now. The afternoon stretches wide, soft blue sky, no sharp edges anywhere. I let my thoughts drift with this moment at its best as the song fades out slow. The lights still warm, I smile without thinking why. If every day had a moment like this, I think we'd all be just fine. Yeah, yeah, it feels alright just letting the hours roll by. No pressure, no rush, no need to decide. I'm exactly where I need to be, and that's enough for now. The doors lock softly behind me, a sound absorbed by marble and glass. The room holds it, then releases a quieter version. Light rests evenly across the floor, no shadows arguing for attention. Frames line the walls, silent, patient, unconcerned with time. Footsteps measure distance in careful intervals. Each step returns as a thinner echo, trimmed by space and polished surfaces. A precise rhythm appears, clean edges, no dust. It aligns with the grid of the ceiling lights. Counting panels without counting seconds. My voice enters contained, grounded by reverb. More architecture than confession. Words behave differently here. They slow, they spread, they wait to be placed. The first chorus forms through reflection. Pads widening, bass steady and centered. Nothing lifts, the room expands instead, creating distance without emptiness. A sculpture stands in the center hall, its surface catching just enough light to suggest motion. I circle once, the rhythm follows at a respectful move. The second verse narrows, sound tightens, silence sharpens the edges of everything. Air conditioning hum becomes a feature, not background. I pause beneath a large canvas, colors muted in the low light. They don't change, my position does. The second chorus returns with longer tails, some stretching, bass holding a fixed point. My voice blends until it's difficult to locate where it began. A short bridge empties the room, percussion thins, reverb lingers, space becomes audible. Time behaves like architecture here, design, structure not urgent. The final chorus settles into alignment, all layers balanced. No emphasis, no release. Sound occupies the room the way light does, present, even sufficient. As the track fades, the building remains, temperature stable, surfaces unchanged. Only the echoes finish leaving. I stand still until silence reclaims its shape. Then I turn, unlock the door, and let the night absorb me back into irregular sound. into a soft gray wash, edges dissolving as the fog gathers in slow, deliberate curls. Nothing here is sharp, not the ground, not the sky, not even my own outline. A distant bell marks an hour I can't identify. Its sound arrives muffled and gentle, as if wrapped in layers of wool. I breathe in and the air tastes cool and unfinished. A hint of rain, a trace of earth, something green stirring beneath the surface. The first notes of the melody float into the space around me, soft enough to be mistaken for the wind shifting. A slow beat follows, measured, unhurried, like footsteps lost in tall grass. The first chorus rises like a thinning mist, revealing shapes without defining them. My voice drifts through it, barely touching the edges of the sound, light as a strand of breath. A single bird cuts across the sky, not flying fast, not searching, just crossing from one softness to another. The second verse moves with wider air fog, pulling back in translucent folds, showing fragments of the valley below. Tiny lights glow faintly, their colors blurred into pastel smudges. I sit on a flat stone, its surface damp, holding the chill of the morning before morning. The quiet here isn't empty, it's layered, full of small, invisible movements. The beat warms, bass humming low, as if the hillside itself has begun to breathe. My thoughts loosen, falling into shallow pools that ripple without direction. The second chorus arrives softer, as if stepping carefully onto the fogs. May shimmer like light bending through water droplets, and my voice rides the curve of the sound without weight. A brief bridge lets the air expand, a swell of pads, a thin line of melody, a moment balanced between clarity and blur. When the final chorus forms, the fog brightens, not clearing but glowing, as though lit from somewhere beneath the earth. The melody widens, then settles, then widens again, like gentle wings testing the air. The last notes drift off into the hillside, dissolving as easily as the silhouettes around me. I stand, feeling the damp grass bend underfoot. Somewhere beyond the fog, the day waits, not urgent, not demanding, just present. I take a step, the mist folds around me, soft, welcoming, and the world begins again. In quiet focus. The library windows hold the last thin lines of daylight, as if the sun paused here before deciding whether to stay or leave. Dust floats in slow spirals above the long wooden tables. It moves so gently that I can hear my own breath shaping the air around it. My fingers trace the spine of a book I've never read. Green cloth worn at the edges, a title faded to almost nothing. I like that. Stories that don't insist on being found. A felt piano note drops softly beside me, barely louder than the turn of a page. Somewhere across the room, its warmth spreads slowly outward, settling into the corners that the daylight has just abandoned. I let my thoughts gather, not in lines, not in order, but in small clusters like bookmarks left in too many places, places I meant to return to, but didn't. The first chorus arrives quietly, a low breath of strings rising under the melody. It doesn't expand, it deepens. The way a room feels different when someone walks in without speaking. The lamps flicker to life, one by one, each glow blooming in slow focus. It gives the room a new kind of clarity, not brighter, just more honest. The second verse moves the way ink flows, unrushed, intentional, even when the thoughts behind it are not. I write a sentence I don't plan to keep. It still feels good to watch the line form. Soft footsteps echo between shelves. I don't see who they belong to, but the sound is strangely reassuring, like proof that solitude and company can exist in the same place without conflict. The second chorus widens gently, melody lifting as the sky outside shifts from gold into a muted violet. It's the kind of color that makes everything feel temporary but valuable. A quiet bridge lets the piano breathe, long notes stretching toward the ceiling, touching the space daylight left behind. The air warms as if the room is learning to exhale. The final chorus moves like a whisper that almost becomes a smile. Strings soften, bass glows low, percussion flickers like a heartbeat, only half awake. When the last note fades, the room holds its stillness, a moment longer, not waiting, just listening. I close the book, though I never read a word, and place it back exactly where it was. Some stories are meant to stay unrushed. I step into the hallway and the quiet follows, a gentle reminder that even silence can feel like the beginning of something. not to push. Sunlight slips between the buildings, landing in long, gentle lines across the sidewalk. A bakery opens its door and warm air rushes out. Yeast, sugar, something buttery I can't name. The scent folds into the breeze, finding its way to where I walk. A light acoustic strum drifts into my ears, easy and unhurried, like the day decided not to start all at once. The drums brushing quietly, a whispering rhythm that lines up perfectly with my steps. My breath settles, my shoulders ease, and for a moment I feel like the whole street is breathing with me. A cyclist passes, no rush, no sharp turns, just steady motion. A silhouette gliding through the pale gold light. I watch the wheels spin, simple, clean, reminding me that progress doesn't have to be loud. Rises like a gentle stretch, soft piano sparkles floating at the edges. It isn't dramatic, it isn't demanding, it just invites the day in with a slow, kind smile. I sip from my cup and the warmth spreads through my chest with patient confidence. A small thing but enough to shift the weight of the last few days. The second verse walks beside me, a melody that feels like sun on glass, a clean reflection of everything I've been carrying. Not heavy, just present. People emerge from apartment doors, a quiet wave of life starting up again. No one rushes, the world hasn't reached its full speed yet. There's room to move gently. I cross the street with the light green blinking softly, as if encouraging instead of ordering. My shadow stretches ahead, long but harmless. The second chorus opens wider, piano brighter, bass warmer, a slow lifting that feels earned, not forced. I inhale and something inside loosens its grip. A short bridge lets the melody drift upward like a bird testing the air before taking off. I don't chase it, I just let it rise. The final chorus arrives with more light than sound, a sense of openness, a subtle trust in the hours ahead. The rhythm steady, the guitar patient, the vocals warm and clear. As the music softens, I reach the corner where sunlight finally hits my face directly. It's gentle, not dazzling, permission, not pressure. I take another step and the day feels possible. Not perfect, not planned, just possible. And somehow that's enough. The path curves beneath branches woven tight enough to borrow the shape of a tunnel. Sunlight drips through in thin trembling lines, gold dust falling from somewhere I can't quite see. The air tastes green, fresh, slightly sweet, like leaves warming in the afternoon heat. Every step stirs another small cloud of quiet. A soft rhythm rises from the ground, not music, not footsteps, just the steady pulse of the earth exhaling. The beat I hear blends into it as if it's always belonged here. Wind brushes past, carrying the faint scent of water and something floral that disappears before I catch its name. It lifts strands of my hair and lets them go again, as though my fingers along the rough bark of a leaning tree. It vibrates faintly as if echoing a memory too old to articulate. The first chorus opens like a clearing, soft light widening, melody drifting upward like pollen caught in a spiral of wind. My voice follows light as breath, touching the air without altering it. A bird calls once then twice, its echo overlaps with the shimmer of distant leaves, and the sound folds into the music like a forgotten harmony rediscovered. The second verse moves differently, slower steps, longer shadows, the forest dimming just enough to make the bright places feel deliberate. I watch light scatter across my hands, changing shape every time a branch sways. It looks almost alive, like a language spoken only by the sun. The ground softens as the soil deepens, and my breathing falls into rhythm with the rise and fall of warm summer wind. Nothing here asks for interpretation, everything simply exists. The second chorus filters through the canopy, wrapping the space between trees in a gentle hum. It settles on my skin like warm dust, a touch without weight. A bridge of sin sparkles drifts overhead like tiny reflections from unseen water, bending in slow curves as if tracing the motion of the world isn't watching. The melody widens, the percussion softens, and the air around me feels thick with a calm I didn't realize I've been searching for. As the last notes fade, the wind shifts, a cool ribbon sliding along my arms, guiding me forward. The light ahead breaks open into a brighter shade of gold, and for a moment I step through it as if crossing from one world into the next. The forest holds the space behind me, unrushed and moved, as if knowing I'll return when the day grows long again. The rooftop holds the heat from the day that just ended. Warm concrete under my palms, cool air brushing the back of my neck. Somewhere below, a car turns a corner, its headlights sliding between buildings like a quiet signal. The sky isn't dark yet, it's a deep blue that still remembers the sun, fading slowly, as if reluctant to join the night. A soft throb giant beat pulses through my headphones, steady but light, like footsteps on a floor made of air. The sound doesn't anchor me, it floats with me, lifting the edges of the moment. Differently up here, it travels in long lines, curling around antennas, tugging at the corners of forgotten posters, carrying a hint of water from somewhere far off. Streetlights blink awake, one by one, their glow rising from the city floor. first chorus drifts in quietly, pads swelling like warm breath against my ear. My voice slips into it without effort, soft, unforced, as if the song was already playing in the air before I arrived. A helicopter hums far away, a dog barks, someone laughs on another rooftop. All the sounds seem to fall from the sky itself. The second verse moves with slower steps, capturing the moment between thoughts, the quiet space where the city doesn't ask for anything. I lean back against the railing, feeling the steady thrum of machinery from the building beneath me. It vibrates faintly through my spine, a reminder that even stillness has its own rhythm. A small plane crosses overhead, its lights blinking like a wandering star, trying to find its place. I follow its path until it disappears into the thickening blue. The second chorus opens wider, bigger sky, softer edges, a warmth that rises from the pavement and mixes with the cool wind above it. The melody glows, but never bright enough to break the calm. In the bridge, the city hum becomes part of the music. It blends so smoothly that I can't tell where the track ends and the night begins. The final chorus settles over everything. Not a climax, not a lift, just a gentle widening of the air around me. My voice floats with the past, weightless, even when the last notes fade. The wind takes the melody and stretches it thin across the skyline. I inhale slowly, feeling the warmth of the concrete and the coolness of the night balance each other. Down below, the city keeps moving. Up here, time loosens its grip, just enough for me to breathe differently. I stand, dust off my hands, and let the rooftop release me back into the world, lighter but still grounded where it matters. The room feels warmer than the rest of the night. A small circle of light spilling from the desk lamp, soft enough to make the shadows look friendly. My book lies open where I left it, pages slightly curled from the way I rested my hand. Too long on the margins, I never read more than a line before drifting off into my own thoughts. The guitar in the background glows gently, each note hanging just long enough to calm something I hadn't named. The beat is simple, a quiet tap, a soft reminder that time is still moving. A plant by the window leans toward the glass, a slow, unintentional dance that matches my breathing. I hum along to the melody, barely louder than the rustle of paper as I turn another page without reading it. The night doesn't mind, it seems to prefer when I don't rush. The first chorus rises like the warmth from a fresh mug of tea. Not bright, not wide, just enough to soften the edges of the world. My thoughts settle in small clusters, not memories, not plans, just feelings with no specific direction. I let them drift, forming shapes I don't try to decipher. The second verse comes with a deeper breath, pads blooming like quiet comfort in the corner of the room. The air feels still but not stagnant, more like it's holding a delicate balance just for me. The window reflects my outline, relaxed shoulders, eyes half lost in the glow of the lamp. It doesn't look dramatic or cinematic or even intentional. It just looks honest. The second chorus gathers warmth, pulling soft light into the darker corners, as if inviting them closer to the melody. I follow its lead, leaning back into the rhythm. A quiet bridge lets the room breathe. One long exhale, one lingering chord, one moment where the world outside disappears completely. The final chorus feels like a blanket pulled just a little higher, wrapping the last pieces of the day in something gentle. The lamp hums softly, the guitar fades, the beat settles like dust in warm air. I close the book, still unread, and rest my hand on its cover. Not ready for sleep, just content to stay here a little longer. The night doesn't push me, the room doesn't rush me, and for once, stillness feels like enough. The room forgets its shape before I do. Edges loosen, corners drift, and the ceiling moves a little farther away. Sound arrives late, not wrong, just delayed, like it took a longer path to find me. The beat pulses softly, counting something that isn't minutes. My breathing slows without instruction, in, out, the space between, stretching longer each time. Gravity becomes optional. The first chorus doesn't start, it spreads, bites blur into each other. Bass hums like a memory I can't place. My voice floats through it, unattached to urgency, barely asking to be heard. Light shifts somewhere, but I don't follow it. Shadows rearrange themselves into softer versions of what they were. Nothing insists on definition. The second verse folds inward, thoughts arrive incomplete, a color without a name, a sentence without a verb, a feeling I forgot why it came. I let them pass, the rhythm thins and returns and thins again. Time stops behaving like a straight line and starts breathing instead. The second chorus feels familiar, even though it's new. Layers drift closer then farther away. My voice sinks slightly closer to the bass, closer to stillness. A brief bridge dissolves, no melody, no pulse, just attention and rest. As the last notes fade, nothing ends, nothing begins. The room keeps breathing, so do I. Somewhere time waits for me to return. The shoreline glows with the last quiet colors of the day. Soft peach, faded gold, a little blue that refuses to leave. I walk slowly, letting the air settle in the spaces the sunlight just abandoned. The waves hum in a steady rhythm, pulling and returning, soft enough to feel familiar, distant enough to keep me honest. Each sound falls gently into the evening. A breeze brushes my hair, lifting a few strands before letting them fall again. It feels like a reminder that some things only need a moment of weightlessness to feel new. I breathe deeper, tasting salt and something warm from the fading horizon. It fills my chest in a way I didn't know I needed. The first chorus rises like a long, slow exhale, soft light stretching across water, a melody that doesn't try too hard, because it doesn't have to. My footsteps melt into the sand, leaving shallow marks that disappear before I look back. It's comforting the way the world rearranges itself without asking me to explain anything. The second verse arrives quietly, like a memory I wasn't trying to recall. A few birds cross the sky, their silhouettes drifting as if painted by accident. The whole scene feels unhurried, measured, gentle. I let my thoughts wander, not chasing, not sorting, just letting them drift with the tide. Every rise, every fall, every breath shifts something small inside me. The second chorus widens the sky, pulling new colors from the fading sun. It settles around my shoulders like a warm fabric, light, comforting, uncomplicated. A soft bridge brings a faint shimmer, paths blooming, melodies elongating, the world around me slowing just enough to notice its grace. As the final chorus subtle spaces, between waves, between thoughts, between heartbeats. And when I finally turn back, the evening air follows me gently, as if promising that softness doesn't always fade with the sun. Terminal stays awake without feeling alive. Lights hum overhead, too white, too even, flattening every shadow into something harmless. A departure board clicks, one letter changes, then another. Cities rearrange themselves without asking who's ready. Suitcase wheels pass, soft and repetitive, drawing thin lines of sound across polished floors. They fade quickly, as if the building absorbs intention. A low beat settles in, measured, consistent, like footsteps that know where they're going, but aren't in a hurry. The rhythm holds the space between announcements. My voice enters quietly, almost functional, like a note meant to be understood more than felt. It stays level, matching the temperature of the room. First chorus stretches horizontally, pads open and wide, bass steady and long. Nothing rises, nothing drops, the sound moves forward the way runways do. Coffee steam in a paper cup, fogging the air for just a second before disappearing. People scroll, stand, wait, each in their own version of pause. Second verse widens, more air, less detail. The terminal feels larger now, as if space itself is preparing to leave. A window reveals the edge of night, runway lights marking distance, not destination. Somewhere an engine tests its voice. The second chorus returns with slightly warmer tones, not emotion, just light shifting. My voice blends deeper, almost indistinguishable from the synths around it. A short bridge thins the sound, kick, bass, air. For a moment, everything feels weightless, held between arrivals and departures. The final chorus settles into quiet alignment, layers even, tempo unchanged. The music doesn't ask where I'm going, it only stays with me until motion begins. An announcement plays, too calm, too practiced. People stand, bags lift, the room adjusts. As the track fades, morning edges in, not bright, not warm, just present. I take one step forward, then another, carried by a rhythm that understands waiting as part of the journey. Theater lights dim one layer at a time until the room holds only a faint glow from the screen. Blank, wait and quietly breathe in. The air carries a mix of dust, fabric and something warm from the projector. Even before it starts, it smells like stories I've almost forgotten. Seats creak softly as people settle, their silhouettes shifting like slow waves across a dark shoreline. I sink into the cushion, feeling its shape to the outline of my back. A soft synth hum slides into the moment, low round, almost tactile, the kind of sound that could pass for a memory. My voice enters like a whisper shared in an empty hallway, gentle enough not to disturb the dust in the beam of light stretching from the booth behind us. The first chorus glows faintly, a quiet bloom of warmth and softness. Nothing rises sharply, everything expands in calm white arcs. A couple in the next row leans together, their movements barely shadows. Someone unwraps candy, the sound crisp in the stillness. It all feels strangely comforting. The second verse arrives with more texture, pads fluttering like old film reels spin into life. I trace the stitching on the armrest, feeling the wear left by countless hands before mine. For a moment I imagine the stories this room has held, laughter, tears, small gasps swallowed by the dark. Places like this collect emotions without ever raising their voice. The second chorus settles deeper, bass warm and steady as if cushioning the entire room. The melody softens at the edges, gliding along the walls like quiet light. A short bridge lets the synths flicker, tiny analog sparkles bright enough to echo the shimmer of reels starting their run. The final chorus doesn't rise, it deepens, pulling the darkness into something gentle, alive, expectant. When the melody fades, the screen brightens, not with images yet, just a pale wash that touches every face in the room. It feels like dawn rising indoors. I breathe out slowly, waiting for the story to begin, but content, even if it never does. The theater holds the stillness a moment longer, a warm unspoken invitation.